What's going on, Miami Dolphin fans? Hopefully everyone that came across this video is having an awesome day. But if you're looking for the latest news and rumors around your favorite team, what I want you to do before I get into today's show is go ahead and hit that big red button underneath the video and subscribe. We're pumping out free videos for y'all almost just about every single day. So if you haven't yet, take that link that you see below, subscribe, and send it to some Dolphins fans. We're going to talk about Tua Tagovailoa, and is he going to be able to take the leap in his second year in the National Football League? His teammate, Byron Jones, who the Dolphins signed last year to a great big old contract in free agency, he definitely thinks that this is going to be a possibility. And I'll tell you what. We've talked about Tua a lot of times on this show. We've talked about multiple rumors on this show, and, that's what's going to happen. Not only at the quarterback position, but when you're drafted number 5 overall, the pick right before the player that just won Offensive Rookie of the Year, but there's not been too many players that I'll say have been the celebrity status that Tua had when he was coming out of Alabama. I mean, think about it. Before Tua even took the field his final year at Alabama, there were people saying, tank for Tua, tank for Tua. Sure, the Dolphins were able to tank for Tua and got their quarterback, but I'll tell you what, you saw the upside, you saw the downside in his rookie year, and guess what? That's going to happen in just about every single rookie that plays. But for Tua, can he take that next step? Here's the quote from Byron Jones on his young quarterback being able to take his game to the next level. What we saw last year was great from him, but we expect a big jump. The kid's been working. Really good head on his shoulders, and that's the beauty of it. We're surrounded by a bunch of good guys who want to be great again. So I'm looking forward to seeing his jump. His contributions to the team have been great so far, but we're looking for even something better this year. It's exciting. I can't wait to see him work his magic. You know what? And I know there's a lot of people out there that are excited to see what Tua can bring in year 2, especially when you consider the fact that I actually like some of the moves that the Dolphins have made this offseason. Do you still need to be able to build that offensive line? Yes, absolutely. Do you still need to be able to add some more talent in the draft and maybe even a little bit more in free agency? Sure, you added Will Fuller, but here's the question. How can you improve from your 2020 numbers, which are this, by the way? 64.1% completion percentage, 1,814 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And this was in 10 games. And sure, there were some games he started. There were some games where, you had to see Ryan Fitzpatrick come in and do this and that. Like, that's all good. But being a rookie, I know I've said this a few times on this show, being a rookie in 2020 was tough. And then you consider the fact that he was dealing with an injury, couldn't work with some of his teammates. So the fact that he looked like a rookie in his rookie season, it's okay. Now, what we do here at Chat Sports, we're an interactive channel, and we're always trying to ask you guys questions. So I'm going to give you a new look to a question here. I want you to look into your crystal ball and try to predict the stats for Tua in his 2021 season. So I just showed you before, the completion, the yards, touchdowns, interceptions. Hopefully, his numbers aren't that low if he plays an entire 16-game season. But try to think about it. Let me know in the comments. Completion percentage, yards, touchdowns, interceptions. If you want to be an overachiever, if you want to give me his rushing numbers as well, I'm never going to doubt anybody for that. So, in terms of taking the step forward, one of the things that I know I've always thought about is, okay, how big of a step can you actually take in year 2, right? I mean, it's only 1 year. Well, how about this? I'm going to show you the last 3 MVP winners. You have Aaron Rodgers in 2020, Lamar Jackson in 2019, and then Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Why exactly does this make sense? Why exactly am I talking about this? It's pretty simple. So Rodgers, he's the outlier in this situation. But Lamar Jackson in his second year won the MVP. Patrick Mahomes in his second year won the MVP. And these were the numbers that Jackson put up in 2019. 3,127 yards, 36 touchdowns, which led the league, and 6 interceptions. That's also not to mention that he had over 1,000 rushing yards with his legs and actually broke Michael Vick's single-season record for a quarterback rushing yards in a season. But now let's look at Patrick Mahomes, okay? 66% completion percentage, over 5,000 yards, ridiculous 50 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. I'm not sitting up here and I'm not going to say like, oh, Tua's going to go out and he's going to win the 2021 NFL MVP. I'm not going to sit up here and say that he's going to throw for over 30 touchdowns. But I will say this. he will be better in his second season because the options are going to be a lot better, whether it's the wide receiver group, whether it's the running back group, whether it's the offensive line. I can confidently sit here and look at every single person in the camera and say that the Dolphins are going to have upgrades at all of those positions. Plus, he gets to have a second year, and he gets to be working with more people that he's familiar with. So here's the question that I want to get to, okay? Will Tua ever win an MVP? It's a very difficult question. And if you're down in the comments and you're typing your N for no, that doesn't make you a hater. Winning an MVP is not an easy thing to do. Heck, go ask Russell Wilson. He's never even gotten a vote to win NFL MVP. So what I want you to do right now, let me know. Will Tua ever win an MVP? Y for yes, N for no. And you know what? If you're going to type that Y for yes, tell me what year you think it's going to happen in. All right, y'all, we ended up partnering up with this awesome app called Newsbreak, and if you haven't heard of it, I want you to listen up right now. If you're looking for more content from us or for some other people as well, go to chatsports.com/DolphinsNB. Now, I don't care what city you live in. If you live in Fort Lauderdale, if you live in Miami, Miami Gardens, doesn't matter. Your zip code does not matter. You can get this app just about anywhere. And why would you want to go ahead and do it? Because you can get your local news and weather. If you're looking for politics, if you're a foodie like me, you're always trying to find the cool spots to eat, you can get that. If you want some pop culture, Mom, I got you covered. Sports content from a lot of other sources. And if you want more exclusive content around the Miami Dolphins, then go ahead and follow Dolphins Today. So I'm going to tell you this one more time, so I need you to listen up. It's chatsports.com/DolphinsNB. If you can't see the screen, I'll also put it in the comments. It'll be in the description. And then once you go ahead and download the Newsbreak app, after going to this link here, if you don't go to the link, we don't get credit. And I want you to search and follow Dolphins Today. All right, so the next thing we're going to be getting into here on today's episode is we're going to be talking about Peter Schrager's mock draft, and this is mock draft season, right? I mean, it's April, and I know we've been talking a lot about mocks, but I like the idea of being able to find other people's ideas, giving you my 2 cents, or maybe 3 or 4 cents at this point, and then telling you how I feel about it. So in Peter Schrager's mock draft, these were the first 5 picks, which means the Miami Dolphins, they would be on the clock at number 6. Before I tell you who exactly they ended up picking, we've been talking about doing another mock draft, I think for about a week and a half now. If you guys want another mock draft here on this channel, I want you to type mock. And if we get a lot of people to comment it, guess what? That is an easy way for me to go tell my bosses, hey, you see all the comments that are saying mock? That means we can do it. I know my job might be a little bit different than some of y'all's, but the reason why we're interactive is because we like to be able to bounce ideas off of each other. But I'm telling you, if I can show my bosses that 50, 100 people are typing mock, I can go ahead and make you a video. So I picked number 6 in Peter Schrager's mock draft. He had the Miami Dolphins taking Northwestern offensive lineman Rashawn Slater. I like Rashawn Slater a lot. And one of the reasons that Schrager ended up making this pick is because he simply said a lot of the NFL analysts, a lot of the NFL GMs that I've talked to actually believe that Slater can go ahead of Penei Sewell. I like Slater a lot. He is a good prospect. However, I can't sit here and honestly say that I believe it's a smart decision to take him ahead of Penei Sewell. Is Slater maybe more versatile? Sure. I mean, do I think he could play guard and offensive tackle? Yes. Do I think if Penei Sewell really wanted to play guard, he could? Absolutely. But in terms of what I really think is the most important thing for this football team is being able to protect Tua. I would want to be able to protect Tua's blind side with somebody like Penei Sewell instead of somebody like Rashawn Slater. So what I'm curious about here is this. What would be your one-word reaction if you're sitting there, maybe you got some popcorn. If you're over 21, you're drinking a cold beer. Maybe if you're under 21, maybe some milk or root beer. I don't know. But you're sitting there watching the draft, hopefully on Chat Sports, right? YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. And the Dolphins go out there and they say, with the 6th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins to take Rashawn Slater. What's your one-word reaction to that? My one-word reaction would be checkers, and producer Jeremy was sitting here like, all right, man, you're going to have to explain to me this whole checkers thing. The reason why I'm going to go with this is because I've said multiple times on this show that I applaud Brian Flores and everything that he's been able to do since he's coming in there. He's been playing chess when everybody else has been playing checkers. This move to me seems like a checkers move. You have the better offensive lineman still on the board in Penei Sewell. Do you have other receiver options as well on the board? Yes, you do. You're kind of just outthinking yourself here. So my one-word reaction would be checkers, but remember, go down in the comments and give me yours. it wouldn't be fair to me not to tell you the entire first round of this mock draft. Maybe you would end up liking the Rashawn Slater pick a little bit more. And at pick number 18, Najee Harris, running back from Alabama, goes off the board. So now obviously you get Tua, another running back here, somebody that he knows very well. Last season, the Dolphins were one of the worst running teams in the entire league. Shout out to Matt Breida and Jordan Howard. But you had 5 different running backs at least start a game. You averaged 3.9 yards per carry. Is it a little bit early for a running back? Yes, it absolutely is. But if you're looking for the best back, and if all the reports out there that Miami does want a true bell cow running back, dude, you're looking at him. I mean, Najee Harris is a bell cow running back. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's Derrick Henry. I've heard those comparisons before. But in terms of athletic ability and athletic build, he kind of reminds me of Derrick Henry. But the other thing that I love that Harris was able to do was really elevate his ability to catch the football. I mean, you see the numbers on screen running between the tackles. That's great and all, but you need to be able to protect Tua in passing situations, and you need to be able to catch the football in this offense. Najee Harris can do both of those things. So after you just saw his first 2 picks, at number 6 and at pick number 18, I want you to grade Peter Schrager's mock draft. So Rashawn Slater at 6, Najee Harris at 18. A is great, B is good, C is average, D is bad, F is failing. If you made it this far in the video and you haven't dropped this a like yet, we would really appreciate it here because guess what? We're making free videos around your favorite team. So seriously, help me tell my bosses that you enjoy what we're doing.